You've all been there. You need stone desperately. You already have a haze beacon set up at your base, so why would you go search for a good cave to mine in when you could just dig straight down and start mining a huge square room directly under your base?
This is my girlfriend and I's 2-year-old survival world. We've done our fair share of crafting, but we sure have done a lot of mining. We have this horrible square room we've been mining in for the entirety of our world, and while it's convenient, I'm not too sure it's very sustainable anymore. And at the rate we've been building, we need to move on to a proper mineshaft. Hello, I'm Apples.
I'm Beehns.
And welcome back to our forever world. And if you're new here, welcome. So, as you saw in that little intro, we have a little bit of a predicament. Our world is 2 years old at this point, and we don't really have an established mine shaft. What we have is this small little hole in this wheat field. And if we head down here...
It's horrible.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's so bad,
dude. It's so bad.
And we've been dealing with this for the entirety of the 2 years. This has been all of the blocks mined for the mountain, for all of the terrain, for every single piece of stone in the world. This has been the quarry for it. And it's absolutely
so
atrocious.
Ugly. It's the glowstone mess right now. The haste doesn't even reach into like the corners because it's so vast.
And everything in our world is so pretty. So it would make sense to, make a pretty mine, but I guess not. I guess not for this past 2 years we've been dealing with this.
It even has this like weird second layer for some reason. Why didn't we just dig down? Why do we have to make this like platform? There's even a skeleton horse in here. How'd that get in here?
Oh my gosh, what is he doing down here? But yes, you guys get the point. It's very disorganized. It's messy. It's gross. And even getting out.
It's so hard.
Is really,
oh, no.
really difficult.
Wow, you flashed.
No, I did not.
Oh, sorry.
But yes, we need a place to put this as well. And putting it on the wheat field, it just wouldn't really fit. And then putting it anywhere on the peninsula also wouldn't fit. So maybe somewhere close to the mountain could be good.
Maybe it'd make sense. Maybe there's like a treasure in the mountain area or something like that.
Gold in the mountain.
I don't know. Is that real?
Yeah. I don't know. It might be real. We need to do some thinking on it. So I think Bean and I are going to go try to catch some Z's at the hostel, do some research maybe, think on it a little bit more, and maybe dream of like a beautiful mine shaft somewhere in a distant land that we can try to take inspiration from. All right, we'll go see you guys in the morning because we need to catch some Z's to get this inspiration. Oh my gosh! Dude, we're not making blocks, dude. I have hands. I got hands, and oh my gosh,
crazy.
Where are we?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Dude!
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful.
So amazing.
Whose world
out
is
here.
this, dude?
It's so
like
textured.
they textured so
like gravel
incredibly well.
And
like, look at all of this.
Bushes.
Firefly
Dude,
bushes. These aren't even firefly bushes. They got a mod up in this, dude. This is insane. The inspiration is absolutely unreal. All right, let's get serious. So, hate to break it to y'all, but I am not an e-girl. So sorry.
And this is our van, and we do live in here full time to explore, and we do play games in here. This is Apple's gaming setup, and he's got his PC in the box, full PC setup. I just play on a laptop, and we have Starlink to upload the videos.
We're out here for a reason. We're out in the sticks because we heard that somewhere around 40 minutes up the road, there's an abandoned mine shaft. And I've never explored an abandoned mine shaft in real life, and that sounds like an absolute adventure. But here's the thing. It snowed last night.
So cold.
Kind of heinous, and it's around 35 degrees out right now. So it's going to be treacherous. It's going to be an absolute insane adventure. So we need to get some gear together or else we will surely die. So yes,
montage.
Cue the montage.
The road's pretty bad, so we're not gonna take the van. We're gonna hop in a friend's car.
Look how the floor is brown, just like ours. All right, so there's this hill, and then, oh my gosh, it's a winter wonderland. On this hill back there, that is where we are going. up there.
As you can see, it's very steep and icy, but we were confident in our vehicle's ability to drive all the way up to the mine so we wouldn't have to hike. Our confidence was quickly diminished as we attempted to drive up a 12% grade icy hill. We very shortly got stuck and definitely needed to bail. We all locked into the car to not go careening down the hill. We are totally in the winter winds right now. We're about 4 miles up on the road. We still have 1.5 miles left to go, but we're actually gonna get out and walk because we tried to drive a little bit further, got stuck. We're not gonna try to do that anymore. So we better start hiking before it gets dark.
It looks like we made it to the first kind of homesteads or buildings of the mine. This one's pretty cool looking. It's totally just destroyed. If I were to use the blocks, dude, it's very gray. I'd probably use some smooth basalt, maybe with some just normal basalt, some stone, deep slate, that kind of stuff. Now, I think what would be really hard and cool if we were to do it is getting these cross hatchings. With that X with the wood is so cool. And it's really pretty out here. I don't think we're gonna build all this snow because I don't really want to, and let's see if we can find more cool stuff. Hiking through the snow and really absorbing the beauty is definitely our favorite way to get inspired. One detail that really caught our eye was how many young trees there were everywhere. They really added to how much life there is, even while covered in snow. As we got closer to the mine, more and more rusted machinery lined the trail, so we knew we were getting close. Oh. Dude, look at this.
Whoa, this is so
Some large
cool.
structure, and everywhere you look, there's just like random stuff.
Yeah.
Like, look, dude, there's like a wheel or something back there.
Oh, that's cool.
Just like old scraps, and oh
Whoa.
my gosh.
Do you think we can go in there?
Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Whoa, it's so big.
Look at this.
Wow, this is
Oh
insane.
my gosh.
Whoa. Wow. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Dude, I got the copper chain up in this.
Cold.
It's cold.
Oh, I'm so cold now. It got windy because we're on the top of this hill.
Yeah.
Are you cold?
There's the shaft to our left.
Oh,
dude.
dude.
2,000 feet.
That's so scary. Not want to go in there.
We would totally die of fall damage, dude.
I'd
Couldn't
perish.
see, couldn't stick the water bucket clutch either, man.
Whew, that would be so bad. All right, we are way up here at an elevation of 9,600 feet. Man, is it so beautiful in this winter landscape. When the mine was operational, they would bring their horses up here to take the steep climb up. We had a vehicle, so we were kind of lucky on that part. But in the colder options, you know, the mine was still operational. They had to snowshoe up equipment and food. I'm really glad we didn't have to do that. What are you doing over there?
I'm controlling the elevator, dude. Look at this.
Oh.
They still move. They haven't seized yet. And this would control the up, and this would control the down.
Is that confirmed?
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
this is the elevator. This is a 2,000-foot deep hole that miners would get into and descend to go mine stuff.
They would
And look at
mine
the
gold.
structure.
They
Look
mine
at-
gold.
Huh?
They mine gold.
Oh, sweet. This is a gold mine. Classic. A really cool piece of history, though, and I can't believe I can still... I can lower you down to the mine. Let's keep exploring.
During its peak, this mine was actually the most profitable gold mine in Mono County. But during World War II, President Roosevelt decided to freeze the prices on gold. The crew maintaining this just dwindled down into a skeleton crew. After that, the gold prices didn't really seem like they were going to go up anymore, so the mines just decided to close its doors for good. There were some efforts to reclaim the mine for like historic uses, but in 2006, they discovered that there was actually mercury in the mine, so that was quickly stopped. Now, the mine just lays undisturbed and ready to be reclaimed by nature.
Damn, after that big long trek and exploring for a little bit at this point, my hunger's pretty low. Good thing I got this apple.
We tread lightly, avoiding missing sections of the flooring. Below us is a very unpleasant mixture of snow, metal, and broken down machinery. Parallel to us is the conveyor belt that would once bring up rock extracted from the depths of the mineshaft. As we observe the decaying equipment, we see that the rock mined by the hands of those who once worked here is brought up to the top of the conveyor belt and then plummets into a massive silo where it waits to be further processed in search of gold. The structure groans in the freezing winds. We safely descend, feeling very unsafe in such an exposed part of the building. Amazingly, most of the switches and buttons still moved. We stood there pressing buttons and imagining that we were in charge of operating the surely dangerous machinery. We cautiously explore with our headlamps and stumble across more buildings. Employee housing, a time capsule from the 1800s, cans, magazines, tools, left preserved for us to study. We quietly explore. Seeing real belongings of real people that once worked here brings a sense of uneasiness, the kind you really feel in your stomach.
What was once a place of work and profit for many is now deteriorating. When was the last time these imposing machines were operated? One day, long after we're gone, nature will unforgivingly reclaim every last piece of this operation. Ah, yes. Nothing like being in the reference picture IRL. It's absolutely lovely. And since we went there in real life, we know exactly what it's like. So we can try to capture that vibe that the mine was giving. We're not going to make it abandoned, of course, because we actually need a functioning mine in our world. But we can try to restore it to its former glory, which I think will be really cool. We are in this area because this is like the kind of the sort of last unfinished terrain of Beehns Bay. For the most part, everything on the left and the right is pretty filled in, but there's this very large just hole right here that leads down to like the sugarcane farm and the mangrove farm, and it's like also not connected to the mountain. So this would be the absolute perfect place for it. But we also need to do quite a bit of terraforming because having the mine way too close to the town, I think would kind of, I don't know, break the vibe. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think it might be like bad for the people that live in the town or something.
Like noisy.
Yeah, noise pollution.
Yeah.
Another good thing about building the terraforming is we're gonna actually have a path that we can finally walk on all the way from over there all the way to here.
Oh,
I'm very
snap.
excited
Yeah,
about
I totally
that.
remember that. We can finally connect that path over here all the way to here, and then the world will be all connected, and you can get from the peninsula all the way to Beehns Bay, and that'll be a wonderful feeling.
I love when it's walkable.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming too. This hole has been just huge. But yes, we need to also link it up to where that dead tree is, because I want this to kind of slowly slope up and maybe meet somewhere around here, just to give the terrain a little, like, I don't want this to just be flat all the way across, because then it'll look kind of funny. So yes, without further ado, let's get started on this terrain and let's actually build the mine shaft, and then we can go back and plant all the trees and do the interior and all that good stuff. So yes, let's get started with that. Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
Yeah, I love how it looks on the hill.
Yeah, dude, the terrain is immaculate. Look how it blends with the mountain. Ooh.
I think it's kind of missing something though, don't you think?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Oh, foliage.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Everything is always missing foliage. Foliage
Such a
makes
good
everything
idea.
good. Yeah, dude. All right, let's go get started with that.
Having the opportunity to share our love of exploring nature brings us so much joy. With no doubt in our minds, this has been our favorite video ever to make. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. For us, creating content has always been about making our passion shine. We want to create content we are proud of making. If you would like us to share more real-life adventures, please let us know by liking, commenting, and subscribing. We are always waiting for the next adventure, and we would love to take you with us. Exploring abandoned structures comes with inherent risks. Please respect nature and explore at your own risk. We care about you.
There it is, just like real life, the mine nestled up in the hills. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It looks so good.
It looks so
The
good.
scale of it is so good. It's like, it's very hidden, you know, like you can only get little glimpses of it. You get like the top of the main structure, the top of the shaft, you know, just peeking out from the trees in the hill.
I like how like ominous it would be if you've never been here before and you kind of see this giant building. You're kind of like wondering what it is, and it's kind of like almost scary, you know?
Like in real life, like we were just slowly walking there, and we were just walking through the forest and up the hills and all of that, and then all of a sudden, you know, you started to see some small little bits of metal, like I said, and then boom, there it was, the huge structure just looming. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible.
Walk on the path that is finally completed. We finally completed the path. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, it's finally connected. The peninsula is finally connected all the way to Beans Bay with like one just fully
like this
walkable
thing.
path. Oh yeah, the cairn.
Yeah, if you've never seen this before, when you go on a hike, if you ever see those like little piles of rocks, those are called cairns, and they tell you to stay on the path. You are not allowed to go over there.
Yeah, no, don't go over there. But yeah, we finally finished the path. It meanders its way up this pretty steep gully in between these two cliffs, which I think is really, oh, I love it. You can like look down here, it's super steep. And then when you start walking up here, the huge orange silo starts to come into shape. And I just, oh my gosh, it contrasts so well with the surrounding environment. I love it so much. But then you walk up here and boom, there it is. It's towering above us. Oh my gosh, it's so big.
It's so big, just like in real life. I mean, like, I was not expecting it to be so big until I, like, got past the trees and I was just looking up at it, and it's just, like, looming above you. It's so scary and ominous.
It's so big. And I love how immersive this, like, little area is, too. Like, you come up here and you have, like, a little option to go this way, and then you could also go this way. I really like that. That's so cool.
So nice.
Okay, but if we kind of wander out here a little bit more, there it is. It opens up because in real life, we were in the forest and you walked, and then all of the area around the mine was relatively open. There was some trees, you know, sprinkled throughout here, but for the most part, it was very open. And there's signs of that because we added a bunch of stumps all around this, the mine, I guess. Because, you know, they needed to build this thing, and then they needed to have materials to, you know, build the mine shaft and support all that good stuff. And then if we kind of come over here, they needed so much wood to build the elevator that lowers people down into the mine. So it kind of, you know, seemed obvious to leave the stumps here. And it, I don't know, gives it some lore, which I think is cool.
Yeah, we also made sure to add a lot of baby trees in the terraforming. So if we come over here, oh, I'm stuck. I'm super stuck. I added a whole bunch of these just kind of like small, very like skinny and not very imposing trees to kind of show evidence that like the trees were chopped down, but there's more now and they're all growing.
Yeah, they're growing back. And we observed that when we were walking there. There were so many just really small little sapling-like trees. I really liked it. Okay, I guess we could explore it during the night.
I'm
we
scared.
did. It was kind of bad. I'm just gonna sleep real quick.
Wait, what the heck? How are you already sleeping?
'Cause I have a bed because I'm prepared like that.
I'm so sorry. Wish we had the bed in real life.
This main building is definitely like it has the 3 windows, just like the reference image, and then we tried to kind of put it back together to the best of our capability. As you saw, the real life thing was completely destroyed. That was pretty recent. We figured out that it collapsed only 3 years ago after we visited it, so pretty sketchy, honestly, like very scary. It's actively decomposing, which I think is really cool. But we kind of tried to recreate the structure based on how we saw it, and then we had to remove just 1 or 2 buildings because the area up here was definitely a limiting factor. But I think we have it. Like, we have the conveyor belt, we have both of the silos, we have the main shaft, the buildings, the ball grinder. We'll get to that in a little bit. And yeah, I think we nailed it so incredibly well. And honestly, having this place like in our worlds, even though we went there in real life, is a huge contributing factor to inspiration, and I think it really sets our world apart. I absolutely love it. It's so cool.
I love adding these like little bits everywhere. It looks like there used to be like an old railway over here, maybe leading from the conveyor or from the elevator, but maybe they didn't want that anymore, so they kind of just like left and let it become the pathway. I like that. It's cool.
Like in the real life thing, there was just stuff that maybe they were using, and then, you know, since they couldn't throw it away, they just left it out there. And I really tried to add a bunch of these random, just like small pieces of machinery, you know, some mine carts, some just random grindstones, some just piles of rubble maybe that they just threw out from digging up just digging the huge hole. Random bits of machinery, like I think like the very rusted kind of pieces of metal and stuff. I think it really adds a lot. Like here, we also have these lightning rods, which I think are cool.
Yeah, we made a good use of all the copper stuff, including
The shelves.
a copper golem statue. Here it is. It's holding up the whole operation.
Yeah, it's holding it up above the scary, dude.
It was really fun to make this structure in particular. I love making it kind of rickety. It was very tiny to work with. It's only 5 blocks wide, so it's kind of hard to get the exact shape, but we used a lot of shelves. It was fun to use the shelves like to their full potential in this build. I loved using as kind of supports, and I love the inside texture. They look good from outside with like the little metal bolts.
The little metal bolts add so much detail, and then this thing is just straight up walls, trapdoors, signs, and shelves, dude, and fences. But I really like the shape. We literally nailed it so well.
Yeah, it was a
It's
blast
so
to
good.
make.
And then I love all the foliage around here as well. It gets like, it's giving some like springtime vibes when we were there in winter. I think it'd be really cool to maybe once we actually get to the back of the mountain to make some more snowy scenes maybe next year. But for now, it's springtime here and it's very lovely. And then up here, we have just some other small bits of, whoa.
What does that do?
Whoa, it just like changes the shelf.
Does?
That's sick.
Oh.
Yeah. But we have some other smaller bits of machinery, and then we have these huge struts holding up the conveyor belt, which I think were really cool. They're originally copper, but then Bean had the bright idea to come in here and make them like the rusted metal look, like the dark rusted metal look, and I think it looks almost exactly like it. I really like it. And then we also have the cross hatching. Oh my gosh, getting destroyed.
I'm getting destroyed by these berry bushes, sorry.
Before we go over there, I really just I want to walk around it, dude. I love the silos. I love the block palette of the silos. In real life, they were kind of really falling apart. There was so much rust. If we climb up this little area here.
Speaking of this little area, this didn't used to exist. This is brand new.
This is brand new, and I think it's really cool because I wanted this place to be, I guess, a little mysterious. So if you're at ground level, look at that. It's just completely invisible unless you like go over here and you can just kind of see it. But these big trees, like if you're walking around Beans Bay, you cannot see the mine, which I think is really, really cool because it's up here shrouded in mystery. I love that.
Yeah, I love the shape of this this little mini peak. I think it complements the other like kind of small fins really well. That were previously here, and I think it looks really great and natural, and I like how it looks.
It's like a little false summit, or maybe like a summit of its own.
This is a totally real summit. Don't call it false.
Okay, but back to the build. Yeah, we have these huge pieces of like corrugated metal, and then the paint is starting to like leak everywhere. I don't even know. It's just tons of weathering on these guys from the real life thing, which I think is cool. And then also a lot of weathering on the actual structure itself, because maybe it's, you know, it's up here in the mountains, dude. Like this place definitely gets snow and it's just slowly rotting away, which I think is really cool.
I don't think it's abandoned in our world, though. I think maybe it's close to being abandoned.
Yeah, maybe like
it's not doing too hot.
Yeah, it's slowly starting to run out. But for now, it's, you know, there's even some smoke coming out. It's still going. This is honestly like one of my favorite builds. Just like the whole area is really, really lovely to walk around. The ambiance it gives during the night is really good. Just like these huge structures. And then the interior, oh my gosh, it's just as scary as the hole in real life, dude. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh. I really, really want to do something special for the interior. Maybe we'll have to do an interior episode where we just like punch out all of these interiors that we have not done yet. Oh my gosh, so bad.
Sounds hard.
I think incorporating some redstone in this as well, making it actually function as a mine, like we said in the intro, is definitely our main goal. But for the time being, we did run out of time. It was really hard, you know, going out in the woods and filming all of that. It was so cool.
But we had so much fun. It was like honestly probably the most fun I've ever had making a video. Do you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree. But yes, I guess for the time being, that is it for this episode. Yeah, I guess we'll catch you guys in the next one. Cue the outro.
Hey, you made it to the outro. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you. Let's take a look at some builds made by our very talented Discord members. If you're interested in joining our Discord and having a chance to get your builds featured at the end of the next video, the link is in the description. We're super active on the Discord and we want to get to know you. Our Discord is also a great place to get feedback on your builds, ask for ideas, share reference pictures, and hang out. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, again, the link is in the description.
If you liked what you saw in this vid, like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you're interested in being able to download the world and explore it for yourself, YouTube members do have the access to the world download. And if YouTube memberships aren't your fancy, we are now also using Patreon. Links are in the description. Thank you for watching. We appreciate all of you.